Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith. Welcome to this week's recap of The Bachelor. Old Nick was up to old tricks today as he was out with all of these women on all of these dates, and let's talk about it. Let's have a little chat, shall we? So first of all, it started off as a continuation of last week. Now, I didn't do a blog for last week's episode because, quite frankly, I had a hard time sitting through it. Damn thing kept putting me to sleep. I was like, for the love of God, I'm done with Corinne. Yes, she was entertaining at first, but now it's just too much of the same thing. And now she was on this date, and it ended with Taylor being sent home, and Taylor's like, no, girlfriend, I'm not going out like that. So Taylor comes back, and people are like, well, how did she track them down? Well, I guess she asked the cameraman, because next thing you know, she's crashing Nick and Corinne's date. She comes in, and she's like, Nick, I need to talk to you. Starts telling Nick about how Corinne's a liar, and how she's a this, and she's a that. And Nick's like, hey, well, thanks for telling me all this stuff. And I'm thinking, you're done. Leave. Leave with dignity. Leave with some semblance of self-respect. But no, you come back and you whine. So Nick listens to the whining and then carries off with his date. Is it just me, or did tonight's episode just feel like the big whiny episode? And I feel whiny telling you this, but everybody was whining tonight. We had, of course, the big person whining was probably Jasmine. Oh, I'm not getting enough time. He's not paying attention to me. How come he's not paying attention to me? Jasmine, you needed to shut up, because as soon as you went to Nick and you started complaining, he sent you home. And I don't understand. Jasmine's a cheerleader. Most cheerleaders I know are very confident. Jasmine's anything but confident. She just made other cheerleaders look bad. And because of that, Jasmine got sent home. Now, of course, we saw this 2-on-1 date where he was going out with Danielle and he was going out with Whitney. And I thought Whitney seemed very nice. She seemed very pretty in her nice little doily dress and what have you. They went out and he he's massaging the inside of her leg, talking about how he wants to get to know her. Then he starts talking to Danielle, and Danielle's like, oh, I really care about you and I can see this going somewhere. Then he's like, wait a minute, hold that thought. I need to take care of something. Then he goes and tells Whitney to go home. Then he comes back to Danielle and hangs out with her a little bit and then sends her home. What's a girl to think? I think Nick doesn't really know what he wants. All of these women were sent home tonight. It was just like this big revolving door. But to me, the weirdest part of the evening had to have been the volleyball game. So the women are playing this 3-on-3 volleyball game, and at first everything seems to be going fine. And then out of the clear blue sky, they all one by one have these breakdowns in terms of, I'm not here to play volleyball. I'm here to find someone to fall in love with. And I'm like, it's The Bachelor. Did you not expect there to be some sort of game, some sort of, little things that he could do to, have fun with you and have fun with the whole group? Everyone's all of a sudden too good for volleyball. Like, would 3-on-3 basketball have been better? I just didn't get it. And everyone's getting so upset and they're all crying. It's so weird. And probably one of the weirdest things was Jamie, one of the girls who got sent home at the beginning of the episode, says, well, I thought I was going to make it until the final 5. Wouldn't you want to be the final person? Like, who says that? Oh my God, I wanted to make it till the final 5. I got to go back to my hometown and let them know I didn't make it to the final 5. Okay, dream big. Anyways, this cavalcade of women are just so interesting to me. I'm looking for one to stand out. I mean, to be honest with you, Raven stands out. Yes, she's a very pretty woman, but at the same token, you don't get any drama from her. She just seems to be what you see is what you get is what you see. What you see is what you get. She's a pretty chill woman. I like that. God knows I liked her a lot more than some of these other women. I don't like whining. I love confidence. And worrying about whether or not you get a one-on-one date or a group date and whining about that isn't confident to me. You could be in a group date and you could be an amazing person and stand out on that group date. You don't necessarily need a one-on-one. I don't know. I'm just trying to break it down how I see it. Anyways, we're done with all the whining of this episode. It was a good thing to see Danielle go home for the simple reason that I don't think her vocabulary goes anywhere past like. It's like she was on this date and she was talking to him and she was going through the different things that she liked and she was talking about this and she was talking about that, and then it got to the point where I wasn't really paying attention to what she was saying. I was just counting all the time she said and I was like, oh my gosh, you need to go. So anyways, my take. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear from you. CFL_fan on Twitter. facebook.com/witty-whittier and like witty-whittier.com. So like if you have some time and you can like tell me what you think of like tonight's episode, like I would really like to hear from you because I think it would be like awesome, okay? Okay, cool. See you next week. Bye.